In an ancient time, when a terrible evil threatens the land, only one man can save the world.
Say what? Get out of here.
What? What's the meaning of this?
Oh, let's take off that broken record.
I say.
Here, hold my earrings while I take this monster down. I've got your back, darling. We just might burn down this town. Oh no, oh yeah. When you're up against a challenge and you need a helping hand, we've got an arsenal of fireballs, steel stilettos, and a catch. Oh yeah.
Hello, and welcome to Here Hold My Earrings. I am Al, and I will be your DM today. With me are Henrietta, Yvonne, Laura, Daria, Sophie, and Hannah. Henrietta?
Hi, I'm Henrietta. I'm from Norway, and I play a Kalashtar druid named Dalin.
Yvonne?
Hi, I'm Yvonne from Canada, and I play Cracker, a half-orc barbarian.
Laura?
Hi, I'm Laura. I'm from Germany, and I'm playing Byleth, a tiefling wizard.
Daria?
Hi, I'm Daria. I'm from Poland, and I play a tiefling sorcerer named Zenis.
You almost said Tiefling Wizard, didn't you?
I almost said Dragonborn.
Oh, no! Sophie?
Hi, I'm Sophie. I'm from Wales, and I play a human wizard named Charlotte.
And Hannah.
Hi, I'm Hannah. I'm from the United States. I play a wood elf cleric named Feyre.
Excellent. Take it away.
Of course. So after we stumble upon some lizard folks and killing them, a red dragon appears out of nowhere, and a few more lizard guys appears. So we fight them. Some magic missiles were thrown. Some racial hatred from Byleth. She really doesn't like dragons.
Maybe
Meaner
even
looking-
self-hatred.
There is some mean-looking lizard folk that points at Cracker. And we really don't like when someone points at our favorite barbarian. Charlotte tries to magic missile the dragon, but the spell doesn't work. She thinks, why? And Cracker shoots some arrows at the mean lizard, and he uses one as a toothpick. Byleth then enlarges Cracker. Some of the lizard folk shoot arrows at the bigger Cracker, because it's, of course, easier to hit. And Dalin turns into Sabertooth Tiger. Charlotte then takes a second chance on magic missile and shoots a lizard folk. Crackle smashes some more weird mean lizard, and Dalin kills the mean lizard. Hurrah! Then we kill the rest of the lizard's guys, and Byleth tries to attack the dragon again, but the spell goes through him, so we think that it's just an illusion. Then Dalin, Cracker, Charlotte, and Feyre tries to look around and see if other lizards are there, but we probably defeated them all. And in this time, Zenis loots the one that point at Cracker and finds some weird medallion and necklace. Byleth looks at the lizard that Zenis loots, and it's almost like she wants to touch something with mage hand, but goes without it, and she is concerned about why she can't kill the dragon and investigate it a little more. Dalin looks for something that could trigger the illusion, and she finds a weird platform. Cracker joins her and presses down this platform, and dragon disappears. After that, she sees that there is something written on it, but she doesn't understand the language. Charlotte looks at the weird tower and wonders what it is. Feyre moves closer to Cracker, screaming that we come near her, and very beautifully jumps above the lava. Feyre starts to remember that the door was just where the lava fall is. Then Zenith asks Byleth for help with detecting if the things that she found on the lizard is magical. She agrees because she's very nice, but gonna do this later. Then Byleth asks Feyre about the door, and Feyre said that they should be here, but the lava fall is where they should be. Dallin gets closer to the lava fall, and Cracker helps Feyre and Charlotte get through the lava. Zenith misty steps and look at the writings, and it is in Dwarvish, which she speaks, and says that it's a defense system for something called Cavern 2, and the dragon illusion will stay up to 5 minutes and reset for next 10 minutes until it can be used again. Byleth then jumps through the lava stream, and first jump is very beautiful, magnificent, but on the other one she slips and falls on the lava stream. Then Cracker takes Charlotte and Feyre to the platform. Feyre asks Zenith about what we should do now, and the two of them have conversation and think that this is a murder hole that Viscerandaville taught Feyre about. So the lava fall may be a safety mechanism against the attackers. And if that happened, the thing to stop the lava fall may be on the other side of the door. Zenith, of course, caring about Byleth, asks her if she's okay. And she is. So that's good. Byleth then comes near the lava fall and starts casting Detect Magic. Dallin thinks about how to stop the lava fall, to maybe use some stone shape to change course of the lava. Zenith connects with Dallin and tells her what we found out, and they have a little conversation. And then Dallin has not so smart idea and jumps into the lava fall, taking some damage, going behind the door, finding some levers, and Zenith, because of the telepathic connection with Dallin, gets damage from a screaming cat and falls unconscious. Charlotte gives Zenith a good berry. Miraculously, she doesn't draw anything on her forehead, but Zenith should check that out probably. And Cracker goes for Duragars to join us. Feyre heals Zenith a little more, and Zenith gets up, cursing at the screaming cat, and says that Dallin is alive, so we all good. Dallin eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and pulls one of the levers, which turn out to be lever for the door. And the door opens so we can see Dallin, and she can see us. Then Dallin finally has some good idea, and try to describe the letters to Zenith to find out which lever it is. The first letter she described is possible to be the word for lava. Then Cracker tried to help Duragars to get through the lava safely, and Zenith, using minor illusion, shows Dallin how the word lava is spelled. Then Dallin, for safety reasons, described the other one, and it is probably the word for sand. Zenith shakes her head, and Dallin pulls the one with the lava written on it. Lava fall stops, and we all see open door, and we walk into the corridor, and this is where we ended.
Excellent.
Yay.
Yeah, the rare moment where a high wisdom mom druid seems to have kind of lost it.
Well, I'm not very intelligent. I'm wise, but I'm not intelligent.
And do you think diving headfirst into a pool of lava without any magical protection was wise?
Well, seemed so at the time.
It's like when mom is driving the station wagon where the minivan and the three kids in the back are fighting each other, and she's like, "I'm on my last nerve. Don't make me come back there." 100 kilometers an hour on the highway, turning completely around to go separate the three kids from fighting each other without looking at the road. Very good. Well done. Well, it all worked out okay. One good berry and everybody was fine. Um, yes. Well, excellent. Thank you very much, Daria. That was a terrific synopsis, including with some of the color commentary there. Point of inspiration to Zanice.
Of course.
And yes, you have managed to unlock this door, which is clearly some external barrier to protect whatever is behind it, part of Gauntlgrim, presumably. You've defeated some of the basic mechanisms that were left in place by the dwarves who had originally constructed this portion of the Underdark. But how do you get past the environmental challenge? It is a very hot tunnel. This is the hottest, steamiest tunnel you've ever been in. And there is clearly lava on the ground. Now, it is not impossible to pick your way across it, but just being near lava makes it's so hot that even those of you with fire resistance will feel the heat. Those of you without it will take damage. And it's not like it's 30 feet. It looks like it's a little bit longer than that. So you may or may not have to travel for some time through this environment. Now, if you don't touch anything, the air itself is incredibly hot, but it isn't so hot that you would take damage. You would eventually take some exhaustion, but that would come after a very, very long time, you think, based on how much those of you who perspire, and I'm not saying any of you do, but those of you who do perspire would be perspiring.
Are tokens meant to be on here?
You don't have to have them on there. It's more just sort of a concept. D&D, when we started playing, we used theater of the mind. We didn't have minis, we didn't have maps. Somebody described it, and maybe one kid, took some sheets of graph paper from their math book, and they drew it out on a piece of pen with a pencil. So we're going old school today.
I was still casting Detect Magic.
You were still
Remember?
throughout the whole thing. You managed to maintain the concentration. Delin nearly dying, a whole flood of lava, the opening of an ancient door. Leave me alone. I'm busy.
Yeah.
Do we all have to go
Anything
through
for
there?
Denise.
Well, hopefully you apply yourself to your studies the same way that you did preparing your ritual spell. So Yvonne, let me just deal with this first. Your spell finally completes, and although now, what were you trying to cast Detect Magic on specifically?
From the lizard folk, Zenith found a medallion and a
Yes,
necklace, I think.
right. So the necklace with all the various little accoutrements doesn't appear to be magical. The medallion, however, the one that seems to be made of lead and has a carving of what looks like one of these climbing lizards that you saw all over Chult, iguana, chameleon, something of that sort. That does glow faintly of divination magic.
Okay.
Now to Yvonne's question, I don't know. Do you guys have to all go in here? I mean, you guys haven't told me what your plan is, so I don't know. If you all plan to go over there, then in theory you would all have to go through it. So it'll be pretty boring if only one of you goes through it and the rest of you are just sitting there parking. But it's up to you. I mean, it's not. Look, I generally say don't separate the party, but there may be cases where some of you have to go do something specific. Like obviously, Dylan, Henrietta was a little bit brash, probably a leftover of all the karate. But if Hannah had Feyre jump through the lava, it probably would have come out with a different conclusion altogether, right? So, and sometimes some people are well suited to certain things. Does that answer your question, Yvonne?
Yep, it does.
Okay. You tell me. Do you guys want to all go through it? I mean, you don't even have to go through it technically. You just renege on your promise to the Duergar and
Maybe Zenith can scout ahead and tell us what's up there. And then we will go through.
Well, she'll take damage from walking on the lava, so it's not like she's impervious. She's simply resistant. The only way to be fully protected from lava is to be immune.
Or what if she uses or someone uses Misty Step to go to the other side?
Yeah,
I can
that's a
do
good
it,
idea.
but we should take a long rest before that.
Buy some hot lava?
No.
Well, the rest of the cavern isn't
Yeah.
that hot. I mean, you've been walking through it. But yes, you could stand. Also, you could stand where you could stand in hot lava. It's like a sauna for some of you.
I vote for a long rest above, maybe a cup of tea, a
Yeah.
couple watches, that kind of thing.
That's a
Same.
good idea, Cracker. You're so
I'm always game for a
smart.
cup of tea.
Who's carrying water?
No one's
We
called
don't-
me
we-
smart before.
You are.
I still got my water skin. I'm
Me too.
assuming it's full. I've got a pot. We've got lava.
It's so hot that as soon as you put any water into a cup and put it, I mean, you'd have to find the right sweet spot, but like if you put it too close, it evaporates immediately. It just boils violently, and before you know it, it's the cup is completely dry.
No, my tea.
Cud would be so upset.
Okay, so we long resting or what?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we talked to Ashley and let her know what the plan is. Are we taking them with us?
Are they still in the other room?
They're waiting for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're all in the other room. You're technically
Yeah, we're
still
all
here.
still up here.
Oh,
You're
we're
technically
just looking
still
inside.
here. Yeah. Presumably, Dylan has extricated herself from her lava bath.
Yeah. Well, if we wait until I gain a couple levels, I can we can come back and I can just walk right through it.
As a fire elemental.
Yep.
Yeah, that'll be quite a few more levels.
Yep.
Um,
Only 3. It's only 3 years or something.
yeah.
Well, guess we can sleep. Remembering that I tried to contact Kransley during the fight, I'm also going to try and contact a kind of more neutral deity to help us to try. So since I read a lot about the druidic gods, I am going to I have to use the 3rd level spell slot, but that's okay. I'm going to cast Wither and Bloom just away from the party. It doesn't matter the damage or anything because it's kind of necrotic and healing in one go, so it's kind of neutral. So I'm going to try and cast that and say a prayer to Sylvanas to guide us to what we should do, if we should release the fire elemental or not. Just trying to say a prayer, trying to be good. I'm not
Okay.
expecting an answer, but I'm just gonna pray. Try and
Okay.
be better.
All right.
And
Okay.
maybe not Kransley is the best answer.
Have you ever prayed to Sylvanas before?
Nope. Gotta start somewhere.
So when somebody sends you a text on your phone and you don't recognize them, what do you normally?
Well, I usually say, "Who are you?"
And they're asking you for a favor.
Well, I'm not expecting an answer, but I have to start somewhere.
Okay.
And since
All right.
we're taking a long rest,
Okay.
let's-
So we're going to break out some old school rules here. Describe how you're doing it aside from casting the spell, which is a great way to start.
okay. That is kind of just almost the highest spell I have. And since it's necrotic and healing in one, I'm just kind of thinking about the neutrality. And I'm going to, well, I've never prayed before in my life.
That's true. That's true.
So, just gonna say, Oak Father Sylvanus, hello, it's me.
Started off good, and then it just got it turned into a Lionel Richie song.
Yeah, but I don't know what I'm going to say. Maybe, well, I wish we had Cora here. She could help me a bit, but we are going to try and free Megara. Well, that's what we're supposed to do, but we don't know if that's the best course of action to help us with the black mold. And we need some advice. And I'm trying to be a good person now. And I was hoping that maybe you could try and guide us a bit to try and, is this the right decision? Amen?
Okay. Well done.
Maybe?
All right. So, according to the old school rules, somebody very powerful tries to invoke the name of a god in a very serious manner, which I guess casting a, you know, second level spell.
Well, that's third level.
Okay. All right. At third
Yeah.
level.
I don't have
Third
any
level.
second spells left.
All right. Third level spell. Yeah, that's reasonably powerful. There's like a sort of a 1% chance that somebody might hear you. So I'll let you roll for it. D100 on a 0-1.
Nope. Had to try.
Sylvanus leaves you on unread.
Yep.
You get a little tingling though. You feel that based on what you've read about Sylvanus, aside from obviously having developed a relationship with your god over time, which requires a bit of effort. I mean, if somebody is trying to learn a few phrases in Tiefling and they're going to have to do it over the course of, quite a few days in game time, you probably should be doing something similar.
Mhm.
You may be able to have more success once you've started the process of acclimatizing and familiarizing yourself. If you were in a magical or holy place, or if you were providing some sort of a sacrifice that would be pleasing to your deity. Now,
Mhm.
sometimes sacrifices can be cruel or severe, right, in the form of taking a life. But other sacrifices, despite the connotation, don't necessarily need to be anything horrible. You just need to find what is going to work. Casting a necrotic spell may not be the most obvious solution,
It's a healing spell.
especially one that, yes, it is a healing spell. And I'm not saying that you're not going to be successful. Keep in mind that you, as a druid, and also your party member, Feyre, who's a cleric, although both of you don't have really formal training, you have been made aware just through your travels and your general insights that there are magical spells specifically designed for communing with your deities.
Mhm.
So aside from improving your chances if you're in the right place, the right frame of mind, bringing gifts, you might also try to get access to those particular spells. Understand you don't technically have them now for metagaming, but you know, there's a reason why, you can't just call up the prime minister of your country, right? You have to kind of work your way up there.
I had to try. And since I'm trying to be good, I don't think maybe Krensley is the best option.
Mm.
So I had to try.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you guys did encounter an angel at one point. Some of you.
What?
Meanwhile, I'm in the corner going, being like, which of these dead bodies are we going to sacrifice to message Krensley?
Yeah, I mean, she likes the souls, but she can also use the bodies, right? So who knows? Or maybe you should just say for Karansely every time you kill one. Well, Ashley gives you a little bit of advice. It isn't specifically that this is going to be a good act. You need to understand that this is all in service of lawfulness and order. The black mold is indiscriminate. It does not recognize allegiance, alignment, purpose. It is simply a means to consume. And in the process of consuming, it destroys and it warps and corrupts, just like the source, Zuckmoy. If we cannot defeat Zuckmoy and Dweeblex now, we may be able to stop or at least slow down this period during which she is gestating her child. They are not biological creatures. They are creatures of power and soul and energy. They need to consume a certain amount beyond which, once they've hit their threshold, then they become awakened and are able to interact with their plane and potentially other planes, such as ours. Megara, in this case, is a tool. She is currently being utilized in what might be called a certain form of captivity by these so-called lawfully good shield dwarves. We simply wish to give her her freedom and in exchange ask a boon. She will either help us herself or deliver a request specifically to Kasuth. In attempting to reach your deity, you're doing the same as what we are doing, but our plan actually has a chance of working, because Megara as a sacrifice, for example, would be much more valuable than simply casting a spell, even if it is a powerful spell.
Yeah. But Megara can also cause as much damage as the mold
I
in the
doubt
short term.
that. The circumstances around which Megara last awoke and created havoc were very specific to that time. The spell plague had been underway for some time already, and the various arcane casters who had been captured and imprisoned unlawfully, mind you, in Spellhold were all there specifically at that moment. Megara's release was a direct function of the Arcane Brotherhood in conjunction with some of the wizards and necromancers of Thay. But ultimately, it was purely a side effect of her release. Had she simply been released and the spell plague not been underway, or had the spell plague not ended in a significant number of very powerful casters being held against their will in Spellhold, which is physically very close by, the outcome would have been very different.
Yeah.
The chances of her causing as much havoc are low. The black mold, left unchecked, absolutely will lead to the complete destruction of all life as we know it. All that'll be left will be some evil, twisted shade of its original creature. And those that don't survive will die a horrible, starving, twisted, painful death.
Yeah. But I'm just worried after she'd been captive for so long that she might have some resentment in her and she might
Well,
wreak havoc herself.
that is a risk. But at this stage, we already know the damage that's being caused by these other demon princes that have been released upon our planet. Our world will not survive. And they, unlike Megara, are not purely chaotic. Is it better to die, or is it better to be enslaved for all of eternity? And we don't know that death is an absolute, whereas with the demon princes, death, torture, and enslavement are guaranteed.
Problem is that if we die, or at least if I die now, I am going to be enslaved for the rest of eternity because I haven't fulfilled my promise. So I prefer not to die right now.
A good person would be willing to sacrifice themselves.
Yeah, never said I was good. So I was trying to be good.
And Ashley just looks at you. Very sternly. You'll be breaking your promise to us. The enslavement of our brothers in the fight against your enemies, not ours, was purely so that we could advance the cause. But if you break your promise, it would be a stain upon your honor.
Well, I'm not saying I'm going to break my promise. I was looking for guidance if this was the best solution. We still have time to find another solution, but I'm not saying that we're going to stop. But if we could find another solution than Megara before we get there. Just trying to have some options. But we're not stopping. Don't worry.
She sighs. And she walks wearily back to her group, shoulders slumped. She sort of explains everything to the other Duragar. They all get very excited and animated. They start gesturing towards your group, towards themselves, towards the ground, towards the cavern ceiling, towards Ashley. And Ashley turns back and looks at all of you. And she just sort of puts her hands up as if she's just waiting for you to make your decision.
Well, we're going to take a long rest. That comes
And
first.
and all the Duragar just go, ah.
You try to be immersed in lava and not having to rest afterwards.
No one put a sword to your head. Don't you have spells
Door
against
open.
fire
Didn't-
damage? I've seen
Well-
you use spells for fire damage resist.
Yeah,
And
but I didn't have it prepared.
she just looks at you. Ah, Kasuth, give me strength.
Oh my god, what was that noise?
That was her frustration.
Okay.
And before
Alright.
we can take our long rest, can I maybe do some history check on the medallion?
Yeah. Tell me why Zanice would be able to do a history check on a weird lead medallion that may or may not be a little bit magical, worn by some incredibly stinky, lizardy creatures that aren't dragonborn, but also aren't dragons in living 10 miles under the crust of the earth.
You know, maybe reading something about them and living in the Mare of Dead Men. There may be some sayings about the lizard folks or something like that.
Ah, okay, right. Okay. Go ahead and roll your history check. Well done. Yeah.
Oh, I know nothing.
So you don't know nothing, as they might say. You do know something, 2 negatives. What you do know is that this is not a lizard man. First of all, what you do know about lizard men is that they do not speak Draconic, they speak their own tongue. But this is clearly a form of Draconic based on what Byleth has told you. And 2, although they do have lizardy type features, they are not lizard men. You can tell just purely by looking at them. They're about as close to lizard men as orcs would be to humans. Are actually less so because orcs and humans technically can interbreed. And these, although they look a bit lizardy, don't look like they would be able to interbreed at all. They look much more like dragons, but not really like dragonborn or half dragons either. And
Okay.
beyond that, you don't know much more about it because you're not an expert on this kind of thing.
Okay.
Could I cast Identify on the medallion?
Sure. Another 10 minutes?
Right. Yeah, we have time.
Is anybody else doing anything in the meantime? Anybody else going for a lava bath or exhausting the patience of the Duergar?
Having a sleep. I'll take
Okay.
third watch.
Okay. You're gonna just curl up someplace dry and not too hot?
Yep.
All right. Anybody else?
No. I can take first watch
Okay.
while this is done.
Do you want to tell me what spells you're preparing?
I guess I'm going to prepare absorb elements.
Why you
Maybe.
didn't have it prepared in the first place going into a lava-filled cavern, I will never know. But yes, good idea. Well done.
I took it as ability to try and help some others, not just thinking about myself.
All right. Right. Oh, I feel so guilty now. Anybody else? Does Pharaoh want to do anything?
I'm checking.
Okay, you check. Charlotte?
I'm just looking too.
Okay.
I've already got Absorb Elements prepared, so.
Well done, you. All right. Zanice?
I'm just gonna take a second watch.
Okay. So the Duergar will offer to take all the watches for you. And since they have superior dark vision, they'll have a probably better time of it. And there's enough of them that they can do 2 by 2. So you guys can all take your full, you don't have to take watches. You can. A long rest incorporates taking watches, so you don't need to sleep the full 8 hours. But if you wanted to do something else instead of taking a watch, you can do that. So Byleth could, for example, do all the ritual spells she needs within, say, a 2-hour window. Anybody else who wants to do ritual spells, for example, could do that. I think some of the ritual spells might need to be refreshed, or other spells, depending on what your plan is. Might be useful to know what your plan is.
Yeah. I'm going to ask Ashley, do we know where Megara is?
I thought you said your elemental was going to tell us how to get there.
Yeah, but I was thinking about I have this spell. I just learned it where I can kind of locate a creature.
Oh, yes. I'm familiar with that one. I don't have it. We don't need that.
Okay.
If we follow the lava tunnels, we'll eventually get to the Great Forge, and Megara is the power source for that forge. We simply need to work our way towards Gauntlgrim. It's not technically in Gauntlgrim, it's below it, and a bit off to the side if one's looking at it from the top. But it's pretty close, and it is technically part of the Gauntlgrim, establishment. Much of it is still abandoned. From what we've heard from traders and scouts and raiding parties, and also our former brothers, Gauntlgrim is not technically fully repopulated. The number of shield dwarves, or as you might call them, mountain dwarves, currently living there is a very small handful compared to what it was at its peak before it was destroyed. It should be easy to get past any patrols. A bigger risk is the undead. Apparently, in certain sections of the city, the undead have free reign. The dwarves that were in our group told us that most of them were harmless and just replayed the last moments of their death. But there are occasionally a few that, let's just say that they don't take kindly to strangers. All things considered, that's understandable since they probably all died during the invasion.
Mm-hmm.
The dwarves that live there now generally leave them alone. We're likely to run into dwarves or the undead, and of course we have to deal with the lava and the fire itself. How we commune with Megara? Well, I happen to have a scroll here that hopefully will allow us to do that if necessary.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna keep my elemental spell just in case we need some of them again.
Well, if you can summon an elemental, you can also summon a water elemental, can't you?
Yes, I can.
Just saying it might be useful in case we have to fight something. But it's entirely up to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep that.
Are you planning on casting Water Walk on everybody again?
Yeah, next day, yeah.
Okay. All right. So you guys are going to take your long rest. Violet is casting her identify. Sorry, was that Sophie or was that Laura?
It was me. I still have
Okay.
some things to do, I guess.
Okay. Sorry, Laura. What else did you want to do besides your identify?
You said we had like 2 hours of casting ritual spell time.
Well, so a long rest is 8 hours, of which
Yeah.
you're supposed to sleep 6. Technically, you guys can stay here as long as you want. So if you wanted to spend 3 days here, nobody's stopping you other than your own conscience and the incessant irritations of the Duergar.
Okay. Okay. First, I'd like to also cast Find Familiar. Then after the Identify spell, I guess.
Oh, excellent. Okay.
Pew. As
Form
owl.
of an owl.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
And I also would like to switch from Thunderwave to Absorb Elements.
No. So, okay, you can definitely do that, and it will be useful. But just to be clear, fire resistance you can't double fire resistance.
Mhm.
So, but yeah.
All right.
Okay. Cool.
And then my portent, of course.
All right.
And oh, that's nice. The word. What else is there? Peace. What is peace?
What?
Peace. The word in Infernal.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. I'm struggling with your new accent. It's really throwing me off.
I'm sorry.
It's no, don't apologize. Yeah, very good. So that's a question for Daria, I suppose.
Pokój.
Pokój.
Let's all write it down here. Play D&D and learn a new language at the same time. Well, I know what peace is.
Yeah, how is it? I thought Dario would write it out again.
Yeah, you see, I would not have thought to pronounce Pokoj as Pokwi, but there you go.
All right.
Good.
That's all.
Okay. Can you see Ivy?
Yes.
Yes. With
Okay.
the glasses.
Yeah, because Ivy's got that same weird shading that was a problem for me and Hannah. But I'm sure that's because I just haven't made it light enough. Okay. Cool. So the result of the identify spell. Un momento, por favor. We're such polyglots today. Actually, who else was going to do something? Oh yeah, tell me what your spells are, you guys. Your new spells while I do this.
I didn't change mine, so mine are just the same as they were last time.
Okay.
I didn't change mine, but I don't think you knew which ones. I have
I usually take a look, so
okay.
you go ahead and tell me.
I have cure wounds and inflict wounds prepared.
Okay. All right. And what did you take out?
I didn't take out anything. Those were the ones I already had prepared.
Right. Okay. So right. So you're not changing anything.
Yes.
Okay. Right. Is it just 2 spells?
Yes, unless I leveled up from the long rest.
So you have 2 spell slots, but the number of prepared spells you have is equal to your level plus
Oh.
your wisdom score modifier, which I think for you is, what is it, +2, +3?
Yes, wait, wisdom. It's
Your-
5.
No, it's +3. You have a
Okay.
16. You have 16 wisdom, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's +3. So the number of spells you can prepare is 3 plus 1 for level 1. When you're level 2, it'll be 3 plus 2. So right now you can prepare 4 spells,
Okay.
but you only have the 2 spell slots.
Okay.
But
Well,
knowing you don't know what you might need, so
Okay, then I'm going to also add create or destroy water.
okay. Smart. A lot of fire.
Um,
I feel like Feyre should be wearing a little fireman's hat. All right, you think it over.
yes.
And Daria, you said you're not changing anything, right?
I can't.
Okay, right. Yeah, you don't have that option. Okay, so the result of the identify spell. This is an amulet that is the image is the god of the troglodytes, which are a very distantly related draconic species. Some people claim that they're not draconic at all. Mostly they're dragonborn who say that. Probably because they're embarrassed by how disgusting and smelly these people are. The name of the god is Leagzed, and I will spell that for you.
Thank God.
It's almost as hard to pronounce properly based on the reading as Pukwi, for an English speaker. And he or it is a god of senseless destruction, and it is also a demon. And you believe this amulet has a very, very faint ability to commune with the god in the form of an amulet, much like your own spell focus.
I convey all that to Sinise
Okay.
and give it back. You can keep it. Not my god.
Now I don't want it.
We ever find nice gods?
Mhm.
Why is it always the bad ones?
No, I mean, go to Silvermoon and they're all nice gods there.
Yeah. I think we have to go and get a bow ground, find the night gods.
Don't have to go above ground necessarily, but you do have to go someplace with nice people.
I'm also gonna prepare healing word.
All right. Excellent choice. Okay. Anybody else?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
Just sleeping.
Although the dwarves don't tell you, they don't wake you up, throughout the course of the evening, apparently, the bodies that you left laying around have been spirited away. Dwarves say they saw what appeared to be some scurrying off in the corners, but because it didn't come too close to them and they didn't want to go out there by themselves, they left it alone. They were on guard. If anything had come close, they were ready to go at it. But in the process of protecting your group and not risking any more of their own, they didn't feel it was appropriate to go venturing out. But they also recognized that you all needed your beauty sleep, as they put it, in air quotes, and somewhat passive aggressive sarcastically. And they didn't want to wake you. Steve whispers to Feyre, I think they were more of those creatures. I think they were taking their dead away.
Interesting. We should have sacrificed them.
Or at least thrown them into the lava.
Yes. Next time.
There's going to be a next time? Oh, man. All right. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Hi. Gonna pet Ivy.
I'm hungry.
Well. Okay. I'm gonna give her a treat.
She bites your finger.
Ah! Hey! That's so nice. Gotta behave.
All right. Water walking. Are you casting water walk on Ivy too?
Yeah. Well, no, she can fly. She can fly, she can fly.
What about Steve?
No, he can float.
All right. Are you doing it twice again? Are you giving
Sure.
it all to Duragar? Are you using a spell slot for the Duragar? Are you going to tell them to wait here? What's the plan? What is your plan?
My plan is to let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4.
What's your
5.
collective plan?
I guess we're going in.
All of you?
I guess that's the best option. Not to split the party, seeing as
I'm not staying out here.
since we had some visitors in the night. Maybe it's best to keep together. So I'm going to cast Water Walk on the dwarves first, and then us, and both ritually. So they have 10 minutes less than us.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It takes 20 minutes altogether.
The question becomes, though, how far do we have to walk? Walking on lava is still not completely safe.
No. We can try and avoid walking on lava as much as we can, and I can walk and cast at one time, can't I? Just walk. Or
Yeah, you can walk and cast. I think Ashley's trying to explain that they may not survive walking on lava.
well, do you
Like
want to stay here? Don't you want to see Megara?
Well, yes, but the other brothers can't be risked. If we all die, then who will be left? I shall
They
come with
will- Okay. Just remember the lizard dragon things. So hide, maybe? They might come back.
the brothers will leave and
Ah,
return to the camp, but they also, well, all Duragar have the ability to turn invisible.
good for you.
She looks at you like you just farted.
Can I, before they disappear, connect with one of them so they can know that we are alive at least for 4 minutes?
Sure. Yeah. They're just invisible. But yeah, if you can't target them, then yes, they can do it.
Only if I can
Good
see
idea.
them.
Yep. Great idea. Who do you want to connect with in particular? Lean, Crimson, Stick, Pick, Braid?
No, with Crimson.
Crimson. Okay. Crimson, the crazy one. The crazy preacher.
And
Oop.
before
Oh,
we go in,
wrong man.
I'm gonna cast False Life.
Okay. All right. That's what I meant to do. Well done. Yeah. Now that's thinking. That's thinking ahead. Okay. As you're about to go in, you hear the telltale sound of humming that reminds you of the alien. And out he pops. Relacha Lulu looks around. This is not the cavern we were in before.
Well, no, we left you a letter.
I have not been back there. I set the coordinates to find you.
Oh,
What did the letter say?
that we were going to do stuff because we didn't have time to wait. And for you to wait for us.
I see.
We didn't know that you could kind of come directly to us. If we knew that, we wouldn't have written a letter.
Was there anything else in the letter?
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
Deception checks for everybody.
Why would he ask such a thing?
He's very thorough. When you travel billions of light years, you have to be very thorough. One little mistake and you could end up in a different galaxy.
14.
Everybody?
Well, at least I think Delyn and Charlotte.
Mhm.
Mhm. Um.
Oh.
Eh.
Guilty look.
Oh no.
Relachalulu just sort of cocks his head sideways and looks at Charlotte, his gigantic eyes looking bigger and bigger. We have a game of chance. In my culture, you would be terrible at it.
Oh,
What did you do? You touched something, didn't you?
I may have accidentally done so. Yes.
You may have deliberately done so. What did you do?
I touched one of the egg things.
But it's not her fault. I
Violet
did it
made me.
first, so she only did after me, so it's actually my fault. And I died, so. But
Well,
I pay you
apparently
price.
you did not exactly die since you are here.
well, somebody was so nice as to heal me.
It must be very special for you to be able to die and be brought back immediately.
Yeah, I'm very grateful, and I also I learned out of my mistakes, so I'm very sorry, and I'm sure that Charlotte is too.
What did you do to the egg?
We touched it and a thing came out.
That was my mother.
Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't know.
She was the science officer of our expedition. Did you put her back?
I didn't know how.
You just left her there?
Yes.
And for the first time, you realize he actually has eyelids, and the eyelids just close. Then they reopen. I have spoken to the elders. They require more time to debate, but they have authorized me to provide you with some nominal assistance. I gave them my report and described you as trustworthy, reliable, and focused on the greater good. This was before you desecrated my mother. We have this concept of disappointment. I do not know if your culture has it, but I am full of shame and disappointment here. And he holds out his hand, if you want to call it that, and in it is a small, what appears to be box. It's kind of a cube. Somebody want to take it?
I'm going to push Charlotte forward.
No. Oh, oh.
Just give her a little push. You go.
She's very red and very ashamed.
This comes from my own personal stores. We do not maintain private wealth like your society apparently does. But we are able to maintain certain private possessions. This is a very expensive, very rare piece of machinery. When opened, it can be used to create another capsule. The capsule will keep a body in stasis for up to 7 of your days. Furthermore, if used once, it can bring a lifeless body back. This was the capsule you disturbed for my mother, which means she would have been dead now for at least 1 of your days. And the capsule will no longer be usable. This is our last capsule. I brought it here to give to you, and I will do that.
I am so, so sorry. Mr. Lulu.
I told you that's my father. He will be
I'm
very,
so,
very
so
sad to
sorry.
hear this.
Lacha Lulu.
And he bows his head a little bit, and he puts his 2 hands out in front of him, palm facing up, and he closes his eyes.
Is he like holding out the device thing?
No, you've already taken it.
Oh, taking
He-
it. Okay.
He's just now holding his hands out in front of you. They're empty.
I touch hands.
You have a brief shock, and then you suddenly see this incredible image of stars just racing past your mind, and you suddenly open your eyes, not physically, but in your image, and everything is just floating in space. It looks like some city, but it's not like any city you've ever seen. Instead of being grounded on, some surface, all of these objects, people, items, they all seem to defy gravity. And then the connection's broken. If you survive and you mend your ways, you may wish to come to my world and present your case directly in front of the elders. I would warn you, if you do, don't touch anything.
I won't touch anything again. I'm sorry.
I also have something else for you. This is a specific device that I was trying to repair besides the teleporter. Although we are able to withstand a certain amount of environmental variation, we are not able to withstand the molten rock that survives this area. And we thought it would be useful, that is, the elders and I, if you need to make your way through, to have one of these devices with you. It will freeze an area temporarily.
Ooh. Wow. How many times can it be used?
Once.
Thank you.
They all have limited uses due to the fact that they have limited charges. It requires a great deal of energy. The amount of energy required to power this device would be sufficient on my world to power an entire family's home for 10 of our cycles.
Wow. Thank you so much for all the help.
You should stay in touch with us and let us know how you proceed. Do you have a way of contacting us?
No?
This is my personal communicator. And he opens it and he does something with it. Give me a moment. I'm just deleting some messages.
Gosh.
You may use this to contact me once every 7 Earth cycles. Oh, you are on Toral. Your sister planet Earth works on a 7-day cycle. You work on a 10-day cycle. I suggest you not use this more than once every 10 days.
Okay. I'll put it in my backpack. Safekeep. Bloop.
If anybody contacts you on that besides me, just tell them that you are not me.
Will it automatically translate?
It will automatically translate, but it may not convey meaning.
Okay.
Let me know how you proceed. And if you have anything useful to share, it would potentially add to some of the argument in favor of intervention. I must go now. I must go bury my mother.
My gosh. Right.
Goodbye and good luck.
Thank you. Goodbye.
And he waves at all of you.
Bye. Bye.
Sticking
Charlotte
a
kind of hobbles
thumb
back.
up of a dead. You didn't just play with a corpse. You actually interfered with somebody's mother's living body in stasis and then led to her death. Ugh, horrible, horrible. I know. And let's take a break.
Okay.
On that
On
note.
great note, yeah.
Yeah. Oh well.
The evil laugh is delightful. Okay, coffee.
Yeah.
All right. See you guys.
Bye.
Hi, we hope you're enjoying this episode, and if so, please like and subscribe. And remember, the next time your DM says, roll initiative, yell back,
Here,
hold my earrings.
Here, hold my earrings.
This is good. I think we only need this take.
right. Okay, so
Moving on.
moving on, what is the plan? You guys have got a couple of special devices from your friend, despite somebody, wait till he finds out somebody stuck a thumb up her butt.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
But how will he know?
He seems to know a lot of things. What if
But
he
he's
brings
also
her
got a
back
gun.
and then she complains about it?
Oh, that'd be even better.
Maybe she wasn't even unconscious. She was just in one of those sort of waking comas.
Oh,
She must remember it wrong. That wasn't us. It was somebody else.
I don't know what happened. I was just laying there. The next thing I know, somebody turned me over onto my front, and I felt a finger up my bum. It was horrid, absolutely horrid. I felt so violated. Who are these horrible people? Why would they just leave me there like that with my bum all exposed?
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
good
Okay.
point.
I think it was Zuckmoy who did it.
oh. Okay, right. So, how you doing there, Hannah? You enjoying it so far?
Hmm.
You're
Okay, so
allowed
you
to say no.
yeah, you're allowed to say no. In which case it'll be like, oh, thanks for joining us. Really enjoyed playing with you. No, but so the door's open. There's a lot of lava. You do have a one-time use sort of special atmospheric ice machine, but it's also one-time use. You also have a way to prevent somebody from spoiling if they've died, and you even have a way of bringing that person back again, the one-time use. But the communicator can work consistently. It's just not regular. Thoughts, comments, complaints? Do you want to share your trauma?
I'll just say thank you to Byleth for trying to cover for me. That really meant a lot.
Aw, you're welcome. It really was my fault, though.
Big brown thumbs up.
Oh, stop.
No.
Well, at least he gets a gun. Another one.
Who gets a gun?
Lulu. You left a gun for him.
Oh, right, right. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. If somebody gave me a gun, I would definitely be fine with
Yeah.
them, like sexually assaulting my dead mother.
He won't know.
No, I wouldn't. But you never know. Maybe some gun cultures take it more, they value it more highly.
Well, he keeps holding it every time he comes, so he's
It's a
there, I
dangerous
guess.
place.
Yeah. Now he has two.
Apparently,
You can have
yeah.
one in each hand.
If you fall asleep and you're not careful, somebody's going to stick a thumb up your butt. So of course he's got a gun. I would
Okay,
too if
let's
somebody
move
was
on.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. So you've got the door open. There's
Yep.
lava everywhere. As far
Did you
as
have a
the
plan
eye
with
can
the owl?
see. Sorry?
Byleth, did you have a plan with the owl?
I
She gonna
thought
do
she was
something?
just for, just feel good vibes, I
Oh.
guess.
Good vibes.
Yeah.
Is she like one of those cockatoos or something? They sort of bob their head in time with music.
Yeah. And I also thought, the glasses, they add to the decision-making process of what we're gonna do, Yeah. And I thought, the owl is good with dark vision and has advantage on like hearing or sight, so I mainly thought about that.
That's true. Is it dark vision?
Mm-hmm. 120
sure?
feet. Yeah, dark vision.
Okay, all right. I'm thinking of bats. Sorry. Yep. Yeah, they have dark vision. Bats have something else. Okay, cool. Yeah, good. So tell me what's the plan?
Well, we're going to go into the tunnel
You're just gonna jump right in again?
Yeah.
Oh, wrong one. Wrong map, sorry. Yeah, because that worked so well last time.
Yeah, it did. I opened the door, I shut off the lava. Everything went great.
The exasperated sigh of Zenise.
Okay, how would Misty Step with the floating disc work? Would it work?
This is a good question. I don't know off the top of my head.
Oh, bugger, I should have learned Misty Step overnight. Oh well,
Oops.
next time.
So let's see. I think it doesn't work. Let's see. 20 feet. The disc follows you so that it can move across uneven terrain up or down stairs, but it can't cross an elevation change. Okay, well, hang on a second. It's immovable while you're within 20 feet of it. If you move more than 20 feet away from it, the disc follows you. You know, I think it's a good idea. I will allow it, and I'll double check the rules. So it specifies that you have to move more than 100 feet away in order for the spell to end, which I guess, since you're only Misty Stepping 30 feet away, that doesn't qualify. So I'd say that's pretty clear that it probably should continue to work.
Oh yeah.
Now, I will say also, it makes sense that I'll allow it because really you're just getting over an environmental hazard, which the spell Floating Disc isn't affected by, but another environmental hazard such as jumping a chasm would be affected by Floating Disc, which is specified. So in the case of using Misty Step, yes, if you're going to jump over some lava, that'll save you walking across the lava for 30 feet. If you're just traversing the distance, you're going to cover that same amount if you just take your action to dash. But you could walk, dash, and then bonus action Misty Step. So that would get you for a 30-foot person that you could get 90 feet out of it. So that would be pretty good.
Mhm.
And your floating disc would be 20 feet behind you at that stage.
Uh-huh.
Well done. Good idea. I like it.
Yeah. How far is the lava road?
Well, I don't know. It's not based on that image. It's going to be based on how far it takes you to get to the next section. The Duragar can peek down the tunnel and they can say they can't see the end of it, but that's because it seems to turn. But it definitely, they can see out at least 100 feet, and it looks like before it turns, and it looks like the lava continues at least 100 feet.
Can you send Ivy to see how far it is?
Yeah, I don't think it has a.
You can send your familiar as far as you want. She just
Yeah.
can't stay in touch with you, but she can come back.
Okay. Yeah, then I also wanted to do that.
I mean, the only thing that could happen maybe is she dies a horrible burning death, but
That's okay. I can make a new one.
it's always the same spirit, and she remembers the pain.
Yeah.
And you wonder why she bites your hand.
I did some pretty horrible things to her.
You only ever summon her to use her for, like, to set off traps, basically.
Well, yeah.
And she's under compulsion to do it. She can't even
Aw.
refuse.
Oh no. I feel so bad. Well. Okay, I will.
She rolls her giant eyes and says telepathically, "Fine, I'll do it."
Oh, thank you. You're the best. You will get a big reward when you come back.
And she bites your hand again.
Oh no, I guess I deserve it.
Okay. So what else is the plan? Everybody, you guys tell me, each of you tell me what you're doing, what you're contributing to the plan, or if you've got a general overall plan.
Well, I have a lot of health to burn through, so to speak, but it's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
I am reluctant because this isn't bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage. This be burning. So,
Are
Yeah.
you not at the level where you can protect against everything except psychic?
only if I don't know. I was just looking it up actually, and it does say
Just post it.
there's my rage,
Mm-hmm.
there's my damage, but does that count? Because it says when raging,
Yeah.
and then if I look at raging, it says bludgeoning, blah 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 blah.
No. So you
Okay.
basically have to take your, what is it, a bonus action for you
Yeah.
to rage?
Yeah.
You hulk out.
Somebody slapped me.
Well, you can do it yourself. You just hulk out. And as long as you're either taking damage or attacking something.
Okay. Well, then I should be okay.
If you haven't attacked a hostile creature or taken damage since then. So yeah,
Yeah.
you can keep going. And then technically you can bonus action rage again for
Yeah.
another minute. So you can
Yeah.
run for a couple of minutes, which is, like
I'm running.
20,
I'm running and I'm running fast.
20 turns. So that's a lot of distance. 20 turns. If you're running, if you're action dashing, what's your movement? 30, 35?
30. Oh, 40. Sorry, 40.
40, right. So you can cover 80, 800, in theory, with 2 rages, you could cover 1,600 feet if you survive that long.
Yeah,
Which
that last
is
part. Yeah.
which is a lot.
Okay. Well, let's go for it. I'm ready, Mom. Let's go.
Are you just gonna run in front of everybody
Wait.
else?
Oh no, I'm waiting for Dylan. I am
Okay.
not the first one going in. Plus, I saw the owl fly by.
Okay. So Henrietta, what do you want Dylan to do?
Well, maybe the floating disc is a good idea for those who doesn't have a lot of health.
Mm-hmm.
I can burn through my wild shapes, so I do have a lot of health.
Mm-hmm.
And I can also, since I actually prepared absorb elements, I can use it at a reaction each turn.
Excellent.
So I don't need the floating disc, but I think that someone else might benefit of it.
Well, it
for me.
has 500 pounds, so
So
even though somebody might not need it, it would, I guess still be an advantage.
I am in need of it.
Definitely.
I
Yeah.
can piggyback someone.
Can you turn into a flying creature now?
Me?
Yeah.
No, one more level.
What level are you?
7.
Oh,
Damn.
okay.
Maybe Cracker can throw someone across.
I'll just carry you.
100 feet.
Well, if I turn into Sabertooth Tiger, which is a large creature, but I don't know how much space there is to walk on here.
Oh, sorry. So in terms of the dimensions, this is a 20-foot wide corridor.
Uh-huh.
This was easily designed originally either for transportation of materials or the movement of troops, which I think we discussed last week. And there's clearly enough space for at least 4 dwarves across to traverse if necessary, and even fight.
Mm-hmm. But there's lava in the middle.
There's lava in the middle.
And the saber-tooth is, well, picks up. It's a large creature, so it would be maybe hard to not step in the lava.
If you're just trying to walk your way across, it'll be almost impossible for anybody, regardless, to avoid stepping in the lava if they're walking on the ground.
Okay.
The walls are not covered in lava. Flying, for example, is not necessarily going to put you in contact with lava unless you get very unlucky and get hit by something that I'm not saying there's anything
Mhm.
dripping, but you know, if you were thinking practically looking down this tunnel, knowing that things sometimes fall from what's above you, you know, that's not impossible.
I could turn into a spider and kind of climb on the roof.
Yeah, I'm not saying no. You can always try.
I can also turn into a mouse and just stay on the floating disc.
Yeah, that's also a possibility. You can even turn into a spider and stay on the floating disc.
Mm-hmm. Maybe not a mouse because of Evie. She must get hungry.
Oh no.
She keeps biting Violet's finger. Violet keeps offering a snack, but never actually really doing it. You know, like, well, she did do it one time, but obviously,
Uh,
Always giving us snacks.
we have water walk, so I shouldn't touch the lava, so I should only take heat damage.
yeah, we talked about this before. You'll take
Yeah.
you'll take damage from being near the lava or
Can I?
in contact with it.
Kind of depends on how much heat damage we take, how far I
It
can get.
it does. You could always test it.
Yes, I am going to test it. And I'm going to test it as Stalin. I'm not going to turn into Sabertooth Tiger just yet.
Okay.
So I'm going to try kind of walk over the lava. I'm just going to say to the others, stay here. I'm just going to test something.
Oh no.
Not
again.
again.
Okay.
Again.
Okay. Before we go down this ridiculous path. Okay. So Yvonne, what are you gonna do?
Does anybody need a piggyback?
Me.
Okay, hop on.
Just remember your movement speed is halved.
Yeah. I don't think I'm going to be going through here very quickly anyway. I mean, really.
Well, you could run across it.
Okay.
You're water walking, so it's just like walking on ground.
Oh, okay. So it's not difficult terrain.
Not if you're water
And-
walking.
Yeah, and I have
Wait, sorry. Is that the spell? I forgot. Is that the
Uh,
requirement of the spell?
Let's see. No,
Just
I don't think
checking.
so.
No, harmless solid ground.
No.
Right. So
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
And if my carrying capacity is doubled, does that mean I am slowed or not slowed?
Ah.
what do you mean?
Well, if it's going to slow me down to carry a person, but I have double the carrying capacity, does that mean it kind of allows me to walk at my 40 pace?
Well, it depends on how much you're carrying, right? How much are you carrying
Zenith.
currently?
How
No,
much
I
do you
know,
weigh,
but
Zenith?
well, how much are you also carrying to start? It's your total
Oh.
carrying capacity is how much? What's your strength?
Hold on. My
18?
strength is 18. 19.
Right. Can I do
There.
this?
I'm just kidding.
Right.
I'll
So
just make
anyway,
a roll for it. Yay!
no, it's not a roll. So 18, so it's going to be 270 pounds normally, if you're moving normally.
Yeah.
How much is your inventory?
73.14.
Okay, so you have about just under 200 pounds of spare capacity.
Okay.
And how much is Zenice's inventory?
It's 16.
Right. And how much does Zenice weigh?
130.
Right. So you've got enough spare capacity to carry her and move normally.
Alrighty. Thank you.
Sure. Good idea. So you've got one person piggybacking off the barbarian. You've got somebody else who's going to run across in a cat form, presumably.
Hmm.
And then we've got Byleth, who's going to walk and have
I'm
a
going
floating.
to cast the floating disc for Feyre, and I'm
And
probably gonna use the Misty Step for the first 30 feet,
okay.
and then I'm just going to dash
Okay.
because I'm cool and I have the kind of resistance, you know.
Okay.
Maybe bring Charlotte on the disc as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Charlotte's fine.
of course. Just gonna get left behind.
Just a
Oh,
suggestion.
no.
The last
Yeah, of
kid.
course. Oh no.
Last kid picked for kickball. No, you take her. No, you take her. We'll give you her and one of ours. No, I don't want that. You take her.
Thanks, everyone.
No, I'd love to have Charlotte on my disc, okay?
Thank you.
And
Oh,
what
I guess
wow.
she'll,
It
I guess
really
she'll
is like
cast
high
absorb
school.
elements in
How
case.
tall was the cabin?
How tall?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of the dimensions are, I told you the ground is sort of 20 feet across, so it's approximately 20, 20, 20, right? It's
Okay.
20 by 20, and then how deep it is, you don't know yet.
Mhm.
So the other risk is that you guys start this great system, and then you realize you're already out of all your abilities, your hit points, and you're not even at the end yet.
Well, that's just a chance we have to take.
Well, are we still waiting for the owl to come back?
Has the owl left?
Yeah, I
Oh.
thought I sent her.
I thought I was going to wait until you guys finalized your plans before sending things off piecemeal to go potentially die a horrible death. But okay, yeah, sure. Okay, yeah. So
Um,
go ahead.
well, if she's still within 100 feet, I could look through her eyes, right?
Yeah.
So, could I, kind of see if she's still in range, I guess?
Yeah. So around 100 feet, you send your last telepathic message. She responds. It looks like it continues. You can look through her eyes, and you see more of this tunnel. It does turn at around 100 feet. But then it seems to continue for a bit more, and then there's another turn further down, which she can only see another 60 feet before it turns. And then she'll be out of range from you.
Mm.
Although technically she would be still within roughly 100 feet because it's actually turning kind of almost a right angle, so she'll be traveling almost in an arc, almost an arc, but not quite. If you want her to go further, she'll be out of contact with you, but you can do it. She'll eventually come back. Whatever your
I'll
order.
say, scout a bit further. But if you see anything that might be dangerous, or if you see an end, so to say, then come back and tell me.
Okay. So Avi will, give you the psychic version of a salute and then fly off further, disappearing from your mental radar. She's going to take another couple of turns. Anybody else want to do anything else? Feyre doing anything to prepare herself for the ordeal of surfing on lava? Does she choose a cool surfing pose?
No, she's not familiar with surfing, so just kind of like crisscross applesauce and just waiting.
All right, very good. And is Charlotte doing anything?
Wait, do I cast absorb elements now, or do I cast it as a reaction during the?
Yeah,
during the
if you post the spell and read it, basically it works when you take damage. So you use your reaction.
Okay. Okay, I'll just wait then.
But if you post it,
Okay. Ugh.
so you see at the beginning there it says casting time,
One reaction.
which you take when you take cold, fire, lightning, or fire thunder damage.
Yes. Okay.
I'm not doing that to make you feel bad. I'm trying to teach you how to look for it, so you know that you
Mm.
can look at it and see the answer.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So everybody, it sounds like everybody's ready. Would everybody agree with that? Does anybody else have any other plans? Any other thoughts?
If at
Okay.
any point Cracker falls down, I'm gonna Misty Step to the more solid ground.
Okay. So what if you're in a tunnel? So what happens if there's what if the tunnel continues ahead of you and it's not obvious that there's a safe landing place?
Well, can Misty Step only to the place I see, so I'm gonna choose one that feels the safest.
Basically, just ahead of you, try to reduce the amount of lava damage you take.
Yes.
Fair enough. Okay. All
Or-
right. Sorry.
Could you Misty Step onto the disc?
I can, but I don't know how much more it
Well,
can take.
let's do the calculation really quick. So Zanice weighs about altogether she's just over 150, including all her stuff. How much did the other two of you weigh, Charlotte and Feyre?
Like 120 pounds.
She said, sucking in her cheekbones.
Literally.
With your inventory?
Yeah, with your inventory.
Oh, with my inventory, fuck. Oh my god, I've got to add all this up.
No, it's at the bottom of the little column.
Oh, then in that case, like 190. Oh my god.
What? You have 70 pounds worth of inventory? How's that possible?
I guess so.
No.
I have 88 pounds.
You do?
Really?
Yeah.
What the hell are you
Oh,
guys
no.
lugging around?
It's
Yeah, I have
with
95.
our armor and weapons.
But they can't even use armor.
I don't have any armor.
Oh, you do have 72 pounds. What the hell is...
Well, the rope is 10 pounds, so that's some of it.
Yeah, but
And
I'm
if you have
looking at
any
it.
Oh,
gold,
10 fish eggs, which is 5 pounds.
You still have the
95.
fish eggs?
Still have the fish
That's
eggs.
funny.
Backpack, bedroll, that's 22. Those are the biggest ones. 22. Another rations, 24. Light crossbow, 29. And then the rest of it's like ones. Maybe 30.
I just added it all up, and it doesn't
Does-
come to 72.
It doesn't look right.
In combination with your weight.
No, it doesn't. No. it
I'm like 30 pounds actually.
Yeah, so that can't be right. I'm not sure what has happened there.
I think for me too.
Yeah, mine says 95, but that doesn't. That
Well,
doesn't-
yours could be higher because you've got armor, but also that doesn't sound quite right either.
I get it. Is it because I've put in like 10? I've got 10 torches, and each one weighs 1 weight, maybe. So it counts as 10.
Oh,
and then with
yes.
the rations, I've got 9 rations, and then
Yeah, but technically that's not right because that's actually what's supposed to happen is well, 10 torches might weigh 10 pounds, but 5 rations is 5 packs of rations. So you've got like several weeks worth of stuff. Yeah, I guess the way you've written it, it's possible you've got, yeah, okay.
I think I might have the problem with the quarrels I have.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna just hand wave this
Oh.
and say the three of you can barely fit on one disc. It's worth pointing out, Sophie, this is a spell that's a ritual spell that you could also cast.
Then it wouldn't follow Byleth.
Well, if
Isn't-
you are on Violet's disc,
Oh,
well,
true.
your disc is following
can
you.
we?
Train.
Oh my gosh.
Choo-choo
Hmm.
train.
Mm,
Thank you,
I mean,
Henrietta.
no one else is getting on the disc, right?
Huh?
Is everyone so the three of us can all fit on the one disc.
Well,
Since
we
you
need to
guys,
bring Ashley.
Oh. Ugh. I will.
Oh.
Ashley can
How
also
nice.
hold on to your tail and just be dragged along.
I
Yeah.
would also cast floating disc, but
Oh, sorry,
I'll
not
use Byleth.
Ashley. I was thinking of Steve. Ashley, yes, Ashley is another one. Yeah, Ashley is another person. Ashley has to ride somebody or
Oops.
be carried or ride something.
I was actually thinking about turning into an Allosaurus instead of a saber-toothed tiger
Mm.
because the speed is 60.
Mm. The thundering herd.
Hmm.
Okay. So what final plan? You guys have a final plan? Sophie? Looking at you.
But yeah, I'm casting floating disc for Ashley, and then I'll go on by this disc, and then that disc will follow me while I follow on by
Right.
this disc.
Do you have floating disc?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go.
I'll use my awakened spellbook to cast it immediately.
And you get it up before while Violet is still chanting.
I'm so jealous. Give me a jealous look.
Do you say something like ride your own floating disc then? Okay. So
Feyre, the place is all yours. Get comfortable.
Hannah, does Favor just like lounge out, like takes over the entire bed by herself, just like spread eagled.
Yes.
Hey.
Don't know how
Okay.
long this is gonna take.
Yeah, that's right. You might have to take a nap. Who knows? Okay. So let's do a turn order. You guys can drag your tokens out onto the map just so I can see what the order is going to be, including Henrietta's Allosaurus.
Yeah, I kind of screwed up a bit, but doesn't matter.
Screwed up?
Yeah, I can't use absorb elements
Oh, while you're.
in wild shape.
Yeah, that's true.
Whoa.
Well, do you want to be
Uh-oh.
wild shaped or not? I mean, it's up to you.
I think I have to because if I don't, I
Can't get there
could.
fast enough.
The disc?
Well, I'm gonna try and see.
Well, you could also wild shape into something small,
I want to try.
but then you don't have the hit points.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try and do it that way and see how. I have 2 wild shapes,
Okay.
and I can also use healing while I break the wild shape. So
Right.
should
So
be
who's
okay.
go? So let's like make a little conga line. Who's going to be first? Who's going to be second? Who's sitting on the disc right behind the other person? So obviously Charlotte is behind Byleth. Feyre presumably is also behind Byleth. What's the order for the rest of you guys? Where are the rest of you guys? Why is Zenise not visible?
I think I'm going to go last. No, because I can run the fastest.
Oh gosh, Zenise, I can't. Daria, I cannot see Zenise's token. I can only see your name. No, that's so weird. Let me try. Huh. Okay, I pulled it out and I can see it now. Can you see it?
I can see it, but I can't move it.
Fuck. Is there more than one Zenise? No.
For
There's
me,
only
yes.
one.
See one.
I found that
You
you have
s-
to pull your own onto the board now for some reason. I think it might be a change.
God damn, that's ridiculous. Okay. All right. So who's going first? Is it Delin, Cracker, Laura, Byleth?
I can go first.
Well, I mean, it's not a question of who can go first. It's
Okay. Who is?
tactically what makes the most sense for you guys.
I was thinking that I might hold back a little in case someone falls off the floating disc, or if Violet gets in trouble.
Good plan.
Well, yeah. I mean, I can go first because I'm also not alone, you know. So
And
maybe that makes
before
sense.
I turn into an Allosaurus, I am going to give Byleth. I have 2 potions of healing left,
Oh,
so I'm going to give that to you, just in case you need to fill
that's
up
so nice.
on the way.
Is that a
Thank
temporary
you.
gift? Is that permanent?
Then am I lending?
Well, we'll see when we get through. Maybe I forgot about it.
Okay. All
Okay.
right. Daria, can you pull your token over off the map, off the image into the dark spot?
Done.
Yeah, I can see it now. Yeah. So I don't know why I can't see it. Wow, that is so weird. It's the same problem I had with Hannah, but it wasn't a problem on the other map for some reason. Ugh. I swear to God, if they would just leave it alone, it would be fine. Okay. So we've got Ivy out in front, all the way around the corner, around 2 corners now, technically. We've got so where's your token going? Back here,
Mhm.
Henrietta? And Cracker, you're up in front?
Yep. I'll go.
Or
I'll go right behind Byleth.
okay.
Yeah.
And Zanice is riding?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Woohoo! No whips.
Okay.
So wait, Cracker's behind Byleth or in front of Byleth?
I think I'm behind Byleth because Byleth said that she's got
Oh, so
her
Byleth is in
scout.
front.
Yeah.
That was it in front. Always a good idea.
Okay. Oh boy. I'm gonna have to fix this. Okay. Great. So the easiest thing to do, I think, is just everybody the first 100 feet. Who can cover 100 feet in a turn? Anybody?
I can.
Okay. Are you gonna run to the front or are you gonna deliberately slow yourself down?
No, I'm going to hold back until I see that Byleth and Cracker is a little bit in front of me. So I'm going to kind of hold my turn, skip my turn.
Well, you could just run less.
Sure.
Oh, okay,
Well,
right. Well, you're okay.
can-
So if everybody goes at maximum speed, what's your maximum speed? Let's just put it in the chat.
Okay.
Who's of the people who are moving? People who are riding obviously don't have to put a maximum speed. Well, no, your maximum speed per turn, including dashing. Assume you're
What-
dashing.
Oh, sorry.
Dashing, bonus action. Some of you have bonus action, right? Like Misty Step. Some of you don't, right? So I need the total number.
Just
Thank
checking
you.
all that.
well,
Thank you, Laura.
Pretty sure
So
I'm 80.
somebody's listening. Okay. So 90 for Byleth, which means the rest of you guys behind Byleth on the disc are 70. And those of you who are running faster than Byleth can move, that would be Delin in Allosaurus form. You're going to stay behind her.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm going
So
to
you
match her speed just in case someone falls off the discs.
okay,
I think,
but you're
yeah.
matching her speed behind her, so you're going to be
I'm going to stay up close to the disc, I think.
okay.
Keep
So
right
you're going to
behind
be
the disc.
you'll be sort of 25 feet behind Byleth.
Yeah.
Okay. So Byleth is out 90 feet with a Misty Step. Let's see, where's Cracker in relation to all of this?
Well, I'm 10 feet behind her in speed. So, but I'm behind her.
So you're just going to run flat out.
Yep.
Okay. So Delin's going to be at 75, 65 rather. And Cracker is at 80.
Yep.
And the rest of you three are all riding on the disc together. Wasn't somebody carrying somebody?
I'm on Cracker.
Right. Zanice is riding Cracker.
Then he's having fun.
Are you doing like a cowboy yah whipping kind of a sound and motion?
No, I just admire how strong is Cracker. Wow.
Oh, very nice, very nice. Okay, and Charlotte and Feyre are on disc 70. Did I get that right?
Yes.
Okay, good. So Cracker technically is actually
And Ashley.
Oh no, you forgot Ashley.
Well,
Where's
she's on my
Ashley?
disc, isn't she?
She's
Yeah.
she's on Charlotte's, right?
Oh, right, okay. Ashley on disc 2. So she's actually on. Where the hell are you guys? 70. She's going to be at 50 feet. Which means if Delin is actually all the way behind everybody else, Delin's actually at 45.
Yep.
Is that right?
Yep.
See why we have to plan this out? Okay, so technically
I'm just
it-
walking, just flagging.
Taking a stroll.
Yep.
getting your feet burnt all to hell. Byleth. Cracker. Sinise 80. Charlotte. 7. Ashley 50. Dylan 45. So that's the right. I don't know why Dylan showed up at 40. Okay, so that's the right order then. Okay. At this rate, so how many bonus action Misty Steps can you do, Byleth?
I can do
Technically, you've got all the spell slots. You can use a higher level spell
3.
slot,
Yeah. Oh yeah, then 5.
but you can't do it around a corner, obviously.
No.
But you can still move around. So you guys make the first turn, and it just looks more of the same, but it's a little shorter. So that's one round. Everybody who is touching the lava, roll a 4d10. Or shall I just do that?
Okay.
Shall I do it? And then it'll be the same for everybody.
Yeah, it's fine.
Sure.
24 points. So for
Huh.
those of you, so you guys get resistance. All of you, I think,
Oh, sorry.
except for your Allosaurus.
Mhm.
So that'll be 12 points of damage for those of you with resistance. That's Cracker and Byleth. The rest of you floating on discs are fine. It's very, very hot, but you're going to be okay. And obviously the Allosaurus takes 24.
Mhm.
Okay. So round 2, most of you are going to make the turn, but Ashley will just be at the end of the turn, and Delin, you're still behind everybody else.
Mhm.
Sorry, did I miss something?
On the second turn, Charlotte Feyre should be 90. Because they already are 20 feet behind Byleth.
Yes, I'm just making the first turn first.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess it's probably easier if I just do the total distance. So the second, around the second turn, those it's 17 or 8 for those with resistance.
Does Pharaoh have a healing word prepared? By any chance?
She does.
Okay. Would
Yeah.
you be so kind as to heal me? Maybe. I promise I'll pay it back.
Okay.
Yes. Me a second. Okay.
Yeah. You watch as your tiefling's feet just like turn, they start smoking, and so that's 4 points.
It's a
Now,
tad hard.
if Byleth goes down, everybody riding is going to go down.
Because
If I can touch you, I can heal you more.
that's not possible, I think.
It is possible. You can go back. It's like on a string, right? So once you get to
Yeah.
20 feet distance, it starts dragging along, but you can move back the 20 feet and then walk to the disc. But you would then give up the 20 feet, which you then have to remake again.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I have the bonus action Misty Step, and I can also in the same turn use a healing potion, right?
Yes, as an action.
Technically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I will probably do that too, just in case. It is 2d4 plus 2?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Boop. Okay. Nice.
Okay. So you're now out to, but if you do that, that's going to be your action for the next turn, right? So you won't be able to move. So you've done 2 dashes, 2 Misty Steps, right? And then for the third, what you're saying is for the third one, you're going to do it?
So confusing. Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
So I'm gonna Misty Step and just walk, so that would be just 60 feet then.
Okay. Okay. So you're going to make the second turn at that stage. Well, you made the second turn after the second round. On the third round, you're already in the final tunnel, which looks like this now. And you can see up ahead that there's something that looks more like a structure or some elevated area, and you're within range of Ivy, who telepathically sends you a signal that the lava stops.
Thank you.
But it looks like it's
What
another 70 feet.
Okay.
So you've got 60 feet of movement on this turn. Still?
70 feet. Maybe I'm just not gonna use the healing potion then.
Okay.
I guess.
I don't know. You tell me.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm gonna survive this. Probably. And just dash. And use Misty Step.
Okay. This sounds like a gamble. I can hear it. I can hear it in Laura's voice. Good luck.
You're gonna be fine.
Holy cow. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So Cracker is fine, right? I mean, she's not great, but she's okay.
I'm right.
Okay. And Delin is still a Allosaurus after all that?
Yep.
Okay.
Singed, but not out.
The whole tunnel smells like burnt
Bacon.
barbecue. Okay. And the last round is 20 points. 10 points for
Oh.
Byleth and
thought it
Cracker.
was-
Hmm?
I made it.
You made it?
Sure. I just thought it was the 20 points first. I don't know. I was really scared.
Okay. Well done.
But
So
of
you guys
course.
Do I
managed to
have an
get
extra
through.
round since I'm behind?
Yeah, you still have another extra round to go. At
Yeah,
least,
but
right?
I can see Byleth, right? Like she's singeing when she comes up.
Yeah, you can see. You can see her.
Okay, because I'm me now on the last round.
Okay.
So I'm going to dash, but I'm also going to cast a healing word towards her.
Well done.
Oh.
Okay. That's very nice.
Oh, just 6, but there's some
That's
little
sweet.
bit. Just
Thank
to,
you.
and I need my damage on the last one.
Okay.
You can do it.
You can do it. And you reach what appears to be a small oasis. There is a staircase. It is still very hot, but it clearly comes out of the lava.
Ooh.
What was that?
Sorry. That was my phone going off. Just silenced it now.
Yeah, let's try to keep that silenced for games in the future. The staircase leads up, and everybody who has managed to get there, singed feet and all, you can rest easy.
And I need 4d10 more damage for the
Oh.
last round.
You're gonna take 4d10 more damage, yeah. 23 points. But you
Now I
can
can
use
use-
your yes.
Yay!
Now,
And now I-
technically, you could. You can cast spells if you can use them. You could have cast it while you were an Allosaurus. It's a somatic
somatic.
component.
Yeah, but well, with my short hands.
Hey,
Oh,
it only has to.
perfect.
You only have to do a little Jedi mind trick wave. That's all you need to do. Maybe a
I'm
little
fine.
growl.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys want to stop? Do you guys want to go up the stairs? What do you want to do?
Go up the stairs. Here we go.
Same order as before? You guys still coasting on the Tensor's discs? Walking on your own power?
Could we maybe take a short rest first? Or
Are you blooded?
yes.
Crisp?
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
that bad, but
I
Also
can
not that
throw
great.
you
She-
another second level. There you
she
go.
looks
12.
she looks like
yeah, that's great.
she looks like her legs. What color are Violet's legs normally?
Blue? Like a darkish blue.
Now they're really purple. Purpley black.
Oh, God.
Her feet and her legs. You can even see a couple of toes sticking out where like the front of the boots burnt off.
Worth it. We're here.
All right. Are you taking a short rest? Or are you just powering on, soldiering on?
Well, I still don't have spell slots, but I guess that'll be fine. Hopefully.
You used up 3 spell slots, didn't you?
I don't have any second level spell slots, so.
Oh, okay. But you have other spell slots.
Yeah. So
Right.
it won't be that much of a problem, I guess.
We'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy cow, what happened to my maps? Oh, all 20 just disappeared my maps.
No.
Seriously. A bunch of them just disappeared.
Are they under the art library?
No, I mean, I had them prepared.
Huh.
Did I just delete them all? No. Oh my God. Oh,
How many were there?
like 50, and they
Oh.
included all the areas that you're going to go to and some of the areas you've already been to.
Can you re-upload them?
It's got like text and it's like 50, 100 hours worth of work.
Oh my god.
All right, so you managed to get to the next, and including the immediate next area. You managed to get to the next area, and you see a number of forges. What the hell happened? Looks like they moved. Some of them. Okay, well, they're not entirely gone, but something's gone wrong, so I'm gonna have to figure out what that is. And the can you guys see this? Can you guys see this?
Map?
Yeah, it looks like a
Mhm.
bunch of
Mm.
forges and things. Okay. And somewhere off in the distance, you hear some shouting. Zanice recognizes it as Dwarven. And the shouting seems to be directing, somebody is directing a bunch of other dwarves to try to push something into position.
I'm gonna translate that.
Okay. As you come around the corner, you see approximately five dwarves working on trying to push what appears to be a mine cart that has fallen sideways off of a rail. And the lead dwarf looks at you. Oi! What are you lot doing here?
Just passing.
What
There
does
were
that
so weird dragon, lizard, something that attacked us, so we hide here. And I smile awkwardly.
Nice. I don't know what to say to that. That's kind of deception. I mean, but it's a good one. I don't know. I'll give you advantage.
The good one? Question mark.
Half true.
It was, yeah, exactly. It was half true, right? So
Oh.
those are the best lies, the ones that contain a grain of truth. Yeah. But how'd you get in?
Through the lava.
And all the dwarves turn and look at you. The rest of the dwarves seem to be reasonably heavily armored, whereas the first one looked more like a tradesman of some sort. Rick!
Oh my god.
And you hear a dulcet voice. Hello?
Oh, here it comes.
Hey! You left us.
You guys know him?
Still Ausanies.
Oh yeah, right.
Oh, it's you. You finally made it to Gauntlgrim. Welcome. What are you doing down here?
I just say in Infernal, why him?
What was that? I didn't quite catch that.
Hi.
Bam. Bam, ja.
You look like you've been through. You look like you've been through hell.
Can you tell?
Well, I mean, just based on your feet.
There was fire, but not much brimstone, but a lot of fire.
Right. Well, why don't we all get a load off? I don't suppose you could help us out with a couple of things.
Sure. What do you need?
Do you want to take a break first? It looks like you could use a little. Get them some water, would you? The copper cup. I don't work for you. Well, yes, that's fair enough, but we can still be kind, can't we?
Pocałuj mnie w dupę.
No, fine.
I can translate.
What
Kiss my
was
ass.
that? I didn't get. No need for that now. We're all friends. We're all friends. We're all on the same side. So,
Yeah,
what brings you
kiss
to
my ass.
Gauntlgrim?
Oh,
Honestly.
Sorry, I thought it was in Dwarvish. It's nice that you welcome us.
Uh-huh. Yes. Right. And he doesn't even bother to try to discern what your real intentions are. He just sort of looks right past it. You do know that some of us can also speak other languages. So, you've come over and you finally decided to come and help us out. Well, that's good. As it turns out, we've got a bit of a problem up there. We're trying to get this minecart through to the Great Forge, and it's gone tits over ass. Oh, I'm so sorry. Upside down. But when we send one through, it doesn't seem to quite get to the other end. We think there's somebody interfering with it. Don't suppose you could just lend a hand, pop around, and have a look, see?
Sure.
Pardon?
Sure. You can see, but yeah, sure, we can do it.
Yeah, let's go
Can
have a
we?
look. Yeah.
Do you need to take a little rest?
Yeah, I could use a sleep. Just in case. You never know.
Is
No,
that,
it's
do you mean a kip or do you mean a long
no.
rest?
No, I mean more than just a kip.
Oh, no. Oh, dear. We can't have people laying down everywhere. Oh, well, that's fine, I suppose. Just bunk up somewhere upstairs, out of the way.
Wait.
We'll try to work on this mine cart on our own.
Do we really need a long one?
I don't know, but Byleth seems kind of crispy.
I would just need a short one.
Okay.
I
Yeah, I
can
could
use
do
a short one, but
Yeah?
I don't need a long.
Okay. Let's do a kip.
Hopefully.
Yep.
Okay, so you guys are all going to take your little short rest here.
Don't need to do one, but
Oh, you don't have to. Yeah. So if you guys want to roll your hit dice, Hannah, you didn't take any. Your character did not take any damage, but you know what hit dice are, and you know what that means, right? Taking a short rest.
Somewhat, yes. How do you roll your hit dice, though? Oh, I see it. Never mind.
Yeah, give it a try.
Okay.
Ooh,
Nice.
wrong way.
Good. Some good rolls there.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, if you've had a chance to recover and you've fixed your feet up there. Oh, looks like you need some new boots there, young lady.
I do.
Well, we'll talk to the cobblers. I'm sure there's somebody in town who can help you. Right. Just right around the corner, if you wouldn't mind. And he gestures for you to follow him.
Are you coming too?
Oh no, of course not, of course not. I haven't got my roller, it's in the shop.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder why.
Oh, what's that?
I wonder why.
Oh, right. Yes. Yeah. Right. Anyway, so just round that corner right there. There you go. Yes, that's right. There you'll find what it is. I don't know what it is exactly, but if you wouldn't mind just sort of, I don't know, asking them to leave.
You're good at asking.
Right. Excellent. Well done then. Cheerio. Thanks a million. Okay, bye. And he pops out. And as you are standing there, suddenly several balls of fire come out and just hit you.
Oh.
Okay.
And you will take 8 points of fire damage unless you're going to use some reaction spells.
Everyone?
Just a Lynn.
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm going to look for the source.
Well, you hear some laughing up there.
Busted.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's smoky.
Okay. Should we talk? Probably not.
What the
That's
hell is
where-
that?
That's them making noise, and that's where we're going to stop today.
Okay. This is going to be fun.
What language is that?
Right. Sorry for the technical issues. Hope you guys have a wonderful week. I'll see you next week.
You too. Thanks
Bye.
so much. That was great.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.